Hello, my friends. I'm back with another reading. This time I want to do an energy reading on Harry and Meghan's animals, their dogs. This all happened a while ago now. I think it's around about 2017. Their beagle, or Meghan's beagle, suffered 2 broken legs. I just want to try and get an energy reading as to what happened in that situation. We know that Harry has a history of being very severe with his polo ponies. I believe one of them suffered a miscarriage from basically him being very, very harsh with it. He likes to use his spurs. I just would like to get some kind of energy off these animals and find out, what Markle and what Harry's approach to their animals is. I was listening to Lady C, and Lady C was asked about this, and she said that kind of injury with 2 broken legs could occur by somebody holding on to the dog's legs. Like if a dog jumps up, they could grab its legs, and by being overly rough, the dog's legs could get broken like that, which really disturbed me. And this is really for the reading today. It was just her comments there that reminded me of what had happened and reminded me of some of the cruelty inflicted on polo ponies in the past. So yes, I want to find out this couple, what is the energy around their animals? And this is going to come from the animals' point of view. So I'd like to do it from the dog's point of view. So any energy that I can find out regarding the dogs and what it's like being owned by this couple, what it's like being a dog and being owned by Meghan Markle and Harry. So I have already shuffled. It's a bit of an unusual reading, doing it from the dog's perspective. I'm going to take that one. Knight of Wands. Okay, we'll just take a few. We'll take about 3 cards and see what kind of energy these doggies have to impart on us. Okay. So I'm going to go with the Knight of Wands because that was the first thing that, first card that flipped over. So the Knight of Wands, the right way up, it's very passionate, very caring. You can see this knight, he's holding 2 figures. They aren't human figures. They almost look like little fairies or little creatures he's holding in his hands, looking at them very tenderly. It's a very sort of passionate, caring energy. It's giving a message of protection, a message of feeling passionate about a project. So yeah, up the right way. What a lovely positive energy from a card. We are in reverse, so I'm kind of seeing this as the care that should be given is not being given. The souls that you're supposed to be loving and caring and tending to, you basically drop them. You're not providing that care that you should be. You haven't got your eye on them. If you look how intensely this knight is looking at his charges, he's very, very caught up in their well-being, making sure that they are protected, doing everything he can to look out for them. This way up, the eye's off the ball, the attention isn't there. I kind of see this as a neglectful card, not having those creatures that you should be looking after, not having them in your sights, not having their best interests at heart. And then the other 2 that came out, we had the Ace of Pentacles. Well, Ace of Pentacles, it's very much an earthy money card. start of some kind of project. You could say that this is the fostering of the dogs, sending out a new thing. This is a fairly new thing for them, getting involved in the dog rescue. I think the dog that had the 2 broken legs was the one that had come over from America or Canada, and had come over to England. And so it would have been a very new sort of situation, the dog coming over and being in their lives. So that would have been a new start. And then we've got Temperance in reverse again. Temperance, loving energy, loving care. The Cups with emotion, very grounded, doing the right thing, but in reverse, we're doing the wrong thing. These two tell me that there's not the love and care involved. There's not the emotion that should be involved in this. They're quite cold cards up this way. The one in the middle is giving the impression of grounded, giving the impression of good home, the roots and everything. This is a good stable home. This is where the animals will be protected, looked after, given everything that they need, because we're very earthy people. We love our animals. We're going to give them every start that they need in life will be catered for here in England. Come over from America or Canada or wherever it was, and it's a new start, and they're going to have everything that they could ever want. But that was like the sort of public face of it. We care about our animals, and we're doing the best that we can. Behind closed doors, not so much. I think animals, especially dogs, are kind of put in the corner, and attention isn't paid. They're very low down on their list of priorities. Is that how the dogs felt? Sort of low down on the list of priorities, sort of cuddled when they were needed, when their attention was needed, they were cuddled. But when the dogs needed something, they were pretty much just left. That's the kind of impression that I'm getting. What would the dogs say about that? Okay, too many coming out there. Let's just see what the dogs would say about their treatment emotionally. Yeah. Okay, so let's just put these out here. So we've got the 5 of Cups, the 9 of Swords, and the 5 of Wands. Remember, this is coming from the doggy's point of view. 5 of Cups. All the focus on anything that goes wrong. And, dogs, they will do things like they will jump up when you've got your best clothes on. They're going to jump up at you. They're going to have the odd mistake on the floor. They're going to choose something that they shouldn't. And if you don't want that, you need to buy a cuddly toy. You don't need to have a dog, because a dog, for the best will in the world, will, make a mess. They'll bring dirt in from the garden, they'll shake and they'll molt, and they will do all these things. And if you love your dog, it's just you laugh at it and you just carry on, and it's not the end of the world. But if you live with someone who's a perfectionist and likes everything all very neat and tidy, which I imagine these dogs were owned by, certainly by Meghan, who's a perfectionist, any little error, anything that goes wrong, it's like the end of the world. Forget about all the good things, the 2 cups standing, all the good things that dogs do for you emotionally and calmingly, and all the wonderful things they add to your life. As soon as they make a mess, it's like, oh my God, I can't cope with this. It's, bloody dog, it's done this, it's done that. And I think that's the kind of energy that we had here. And that kind of backs it up with the 9 of Swords. That sort of very hard energy. It's like over dramatic, very, very over dramatic. something's gone wrong, and it's just like, oh, I can't cope with this. Get it out of my sight. Get it away from me. It's done this. It's done that. And I should think the dogs ended up quite a lot of time just sort of cowering in the corner, trying not to make any waves. And this Five of Wands kind of backs that up. Five of Wands, it's, to me, it's that niggling energy, that constant fighting, battling energy that's usually, I always think of it as domestic rather than, anything outside the home. I think very much a domestic kind of energy. It's in reverse, and I can see this as just being ongoing. The dogs were just surrounded by people arguing, shouting and arguing, a drama queen who just always focused on any little error that they've made. So this is my opinion. Now, this is coming from the dog's point of view, remember. So I'm just going to have one more card just to try and sum it up. Just to sum it up. Now, we haven't actually got down to any incident regarding Bogart and his 2 broken legs. We haven't come down to that, but we're just getting a feel for what's going on. So we've got 6 of Pentacles here. 6 of Pentacles is a charity card, and we've got the Page of Cups in reverse. So the 6 of Pentacles, the charity card. So this, to me, kind of comes back to this Ace of Pentacles up here. Our dogs are so lucky to have such a good home. Our dogs are so lucky to have people with so much money that they can give them whatever they want. The charity cards, we're involved in dog rescue, in rehoming dogs. This is us. This is what we do. But being very vocal about it, very showing what you do. I think that if you're a true charitable person, you do things and you don't need to let everybody know you've rescued this dog, you've done this, you've done that. So this is all quite a sort of showy, this is what we do. And then again, another cup in reverse, Page of Cups. Now, the right way up, that would come with a good message of care and love. And, we're doing this because we're compassionate about animals. We're doing this for their benefit, not for our benefit, for their benefit, so that they have a better home. We're up that way. We're doing this because we're doing it, and there's very little real emotion behind it. It's a lot of good publicity for us. The actual real emotion we feel for the animals, it's very easy to talk about it and to show pictures of it snuggled up on the sofa, but the actual reality of it is when a dog is needing, that little bit of extra attention, when something goes a little bit wrong, your credence and your ability as a dog owner and your compassion as a dog owner comes out then. It comes out when things go a little bit haywire with your dog, and you need to step up to the plate and say, well, I love you. It doesn't matter that you've made a mess. And I don't think that is something that they are capable of. So I'm just going to move those up a little bit. I think we're going to take, let me just have a look at these. I'm going to take the Knight of Wands in reverse. I'm going to take those 3 there, and I'm going to try and find out from Bogart's point of view what happened. What happened on that day all those years ago when 2 of his legs got broken? Was it just purely went out into the road, got run over? Was there something horrible like being grabbed and pushed, pulled? So I'm trying to tap into Bogart's energy. Maybe he can tell me what happened to him. That one flipped. The Sun in reverse. These aren't positive cards. The Sun in reverse. This is anger. I've just got a horrible feeling. The thing that Lady C said about just being grabbed, maybe jumping up with the muddy paws, jumping up being over boisterous. The legs were grabbed and the dog was pushed to one side very forcibly. You know, when you say a broken leg, it doesn't have to be like the main sort of femur part of the leg, or even the lower part. It could easily have been, you know, around about the sort of joint into the ankle. I don't know where the break was, but something like that is very possible. Over roughness with an animal. The sun in reverse. It's quite sort of devilish energy. I'm going to leave it there. I'll leave it for you to decide. This has all been from the doggy's point of view. I don't think that living with Harry and Meghan from an animal's point of view is actually much of a picnic. They might have all the money in the world, but I think that their dogs on the whole tend to get ignored and only get trundled out when they want them to be seen and when they want to show what good people they are. I think on the whole they're ignored and they're a little bit of a nuisance to them. So that is my opinion. Of course, other opinions may vary, and I look forward to coming back to you again sometime soon. Thank you. Bye-bye.